The door. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to beautiful Washington Heights and the George Washington High School field, where once again we have the George Washington Trojans going up against Luperon High School. If you guys missed the stream yesterday, oh my gosh, what a game yesterday. It resulted in a George Washington loss, but they look to come out and make a statement, make a revenge statement. And it begins first. Today, the George Washington Trojans, they will be the away team. Luperon will be the home team. George Washington lost to Luperon yesterday by a score of 11-9. Luperon came off a 6-run deficit. They scored 6 runs in a blink. And Gallagher, you was here yesterday. You know, you was with me yesterday. Just tell everybody kind of just a little rundown of what happened.
I got to tell you, James, me and you were so excited to see this go. It started off with Luperon bad throw errors. They put the Trojan on top. But in the end, you did say one thing. We allowed too much walks, and we cannot allow any more walks. But the game was crazy. But I'll be honest, from both sides, I don't think they really played good. Too many mistakes.
Yeah, and also, for pitching today, I feel like it might be Leo today. That's what I kind of overheard. I mean, for the starter of George Washington today, with Elvis and his struggles yesterday, giving up, almost 6 walks yesterday. I mean, what is the attack that the Trojans have to do, to slow down Luperon?
Take his time. And you're right about the pitcher. I think he is a pitcher who takes his time. He's very calculated. I like his demand. I think he's going to start off very good. Going back to the batters, we got to hit. We just got to hit. Hitting is what wins games, and I don't think they were aggressive. George Washington did capitalize on the errors of Luperon, that bad throw to second base, and that opened the whole thing wide up completely.
Yeah, and then you remember the grand slam yesterday, and everything was done with 2 outs. So, I mean, in my opinion, if you're George Washington, just focus on getting the outs, really. Just be patient, be patient at the plate. If you're the pitcher, don't go so fast. Just be very relaxed. Baseball is not a rush game, but let's see what George Washington could do, because everything will be going down on that field. You ready for this, Gallagher?
Absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Let's go Trojans.
Let's go Trojans. Guys, we'll be back for starting pitch next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the George Washington game in Luperon. James, fill us in.
Yeah, so right now, guys, we're just waiting for the umpire crew to get here. Thank you for hanging tight, whoever's here. Tell everybody to come to this game. To jump on the live stream because this is a very intriguing matchup. George Washington looking for some revenge yesterday. If you guys are just joining the live stream, the George Washington Trojans suffered their first loss yesterday by a score of 11-9. So they looked for some redemption today. They are going to be today Luperon with the white jerseys. And yes, thank you for hanging time. We're just waiting for the umpire crew to arrive. And yes, we're going to get this game underway. Get ready for first pitch here on YouTube Live.
Everyone, welcome up. The umpires are back in the game. James, it's all yours.
All right, so on the mound for Luperon is the left-hander Justin Martinez. Gallagher, do you know anything about Justin and how he plays, or you think he's he new to the team, or do you know anything about him?
I like that he's tall and he has a good command. I just hope he can follow through. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and for your top three leading off will be Franklin, Rodriguez, Winchemil Garcia, and Gregory Mello. You know, the top three, the powerhouse of the team. You know, what do they got to do to strike first?
I always said before, let's put men on bases and score. They got to bat. They have to bat. They have to be aggressive in the mount. Let's put numbers first, quickly, and put the pressure on Luperon.
Exactly. So, guys, thank you once again for joining this live stream. First pitch is coming up now. George Washington looks to overcome that loss yesterday. That was probably one of the worst losses of the season. As Franklin digs in the box to lead off for George Washington. So right now, there's a group meeting on the mound with the infield and Justin Martinez for this afternoon's matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game is about to start. Here it goes.
Yesterday. So he looks to erase that 0 for 3 mark as he's down in the count 0 and 2 to start off the game.
I don't know. Is he? I hope he's. I hope he's just ready. I just hope he's ready to hit.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch to the Trojans' leadoff man and a swing and a miss. So Franklin goes down on 3 pitches to start the game, and he's a strikeout victim number 1.
I told you before, James. He's struggling.
So now stepping to the dish will be Winchemil Garcia, the designated hitter today. As the first pitch is on the ground to the third baseman. Gloves, throws, and gets him 2 gone. So now stepping to the dish will be the third baseman Gregory Mello. As he digs in with nobody on base and 2 out, and the pitch is down and away, and the count is 1-0. Gregory is another one who went 0 for 3 yesterday with a run scored and a walk. So putting the ball in play, but nothing in the grass. as he takes the pitch high and away for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0, and Gregory skies one into right. That is pretty good wind, and it's off the wall. The wind looked like it helped Gregory there as he pulls into second base with a 2-out double. Damn.
I love it.
That
I
was
love it.
that was all wind.
I don't know. It was hanging in there.
I think the wind was pushing it back. So the Trojans have the first hit of the game, and it comes on a 2-out double from Gregory Mello.
On the mount, big baby.
And now digging in will be Ramon Jimenez, who went 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. So he batted in 3 of the 9 runs scored. And the pitch is out and away off the plate, and the count is 1-0. Well, Big Baby yesterday, he went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. I mean, we're just kind of accustomed to watching him, right?
He's very patient.
As Gregory's just able to get back to second on that throw.
That's what I was talking about. You saw how high that young man had to jump to catch that ball?
That could have definitely turned into an error.
And that's what happened yesterday.
It's exactly what happened yesterday. Here's the pitch, and Ramon fouls it away for a strike.
Just to let you know, James, right now the pitcher has 10 throws so far. That's not bad with 2 outs.
So 10 pitches in, and we have 2 outs, and Mello on second. And the pitch, as Ramon, is down and away, and the count is 3-1. So Ramon looks for some 2-out damage here, with a runner on second and 2 out.
He's looking to try to take second.
And the 3-1 is down and away and a walk. So Ramon draws the walk. And now stepping to the dish will be Austin Payano with runners on first and second and 2 out. Austin going 1 for 3 yesterday with a run scored, an RBI, and 2 walks. So another patient guy at the plate having 2 walks, right?
Yes, definitely. He is one of the good factors of the game. Very patient. He leans back. And he just sit and wait.
Here's the pitch, and Austin takes a pitch outside. Mello had a huge lead off second, and the catcher thought about throwing it but did not, and the count is 1-0.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's just not worried about the second base and just concentrate at the batter. The more he concentrates on second base, he's going to lose focus.
The more errors, yeah. Now here's the pitch, and Austin pops it up into foul territory and out of play.
James, here goes the next pitch.
So Austin looks to give George Washington an early lead here in the first. The pitch is high and away. And the count is 2-1.
He got 15 pitches so far in. 15 pitches in so far, James.
Austin played left field and first base yesterday because Ramon Jimenez came into pitch yesterday, which was a very surprise. The 2-1 is high and away, and the count is 3-1. So like we said in the beginning of the at-bat, Austin is a very patient hitter. And he's rewarded with a 3-1 count. So here comes the 3-1 pitch now from Justin. And a walk, or it's a strike. So Austin thought it was a walk. And it probably was a strike, so the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He cannot afford to get caught looking.
Now here's the pitch. And Austin swings. Line drive to center field, the base hit.
We got one going in.
Here comes Gregory to the plate. He will score. And George Washington just does that. And since the ball going out of play allows Ramon to come in to score.
And allows him to go third.
And Austin will go to third. So it's 2-0 George Washington as the number 5 hitter, Austin, comes through and delivers 2. And now the umpires are coming together. Austin with a big base hit to give George Washington an early lead. And since the ball going out of play, Ramon was able to come and score. And George Washington grabs an early 2-0 lead.
I definitely like to know what the discussion is being about. And I think the play stands.
So the play will stand. Austin is at third with 2 out.
Number 6 for Luperon has already 18 pitches into the game already. And number 27 for Luperon on the mound.
Will probably go down as an error since Ramon's scoring. And now Nicolas Cabrera, if you remember, he had a bases clearing, he had an inside the park grand slam yesterday.
You know, you're right. I told you before, I love Nicolas. I like his aggressive. He's so positive.
Going 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs yesterday. Unbelievable.
That line drive to second base. Oh my God, the massive hit he gave.
Austin with a big lead off third and a swing and a miss. For a strike. Already the 6th batter to bat in the inning, and the pitch is down and away for a ball.
Yesterday, so funny, James, you say about the lineup. They went through the whole lineup in the first inning yesterday or the second inning?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. They went through the whole lineup. They got to number 8 yesterday, just in the first inning. The pitch. As Nicholas takes a strike. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now here comes the 1-2 pitch now from Justin, and the pitch. As Nicholas check swings, does a little dance in the mouth, does a little dance at the plate. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'd like to know what first base coach is telling him.
Probably just to be patient, you know. Extend the inning, pass the baton.
That's Coach Bobby I was asking. Yeah, you might be right.
2-2 is a walk. So Nicholas draws the walk.
I told you he's a patient hitter.
And now coming to the plate for George Washington will be the catcher, Michael Alcantara, to the plate.
You know, I had a conversation with him this morning about yesterday. We can't afford to have that kind of throw he did yesterday. You know that throw he threw?
Yeah.
I said, we can't have that again. He says, it won't happen again. I said, we can't.
So George Washington with yet another opportunity for a scoring chance as Michael fouls it off behind the plate for strike one.
And that was
Michael yesterday going 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout as Nicholas is running, and they will let him easily steal second base. As Nicholas with a nice jump. And now here comes the manager with a discussion. Well, this is what we wanted from George Washington after yesterday, you know, striking first, already second and third with 2 out. I mean, you know, but now Luperon's got to come to bat, you know, and on the mound today for George Washington is Leonardo. You know, like I said, we talked about this in the beginning of the broadcast. You know, what do you think Leonardo's gonna have to do to kind of like slow down Luperon hitters?
I think the coach told him, says, what's going on? Just get into the game. Stop worrying about the guys on base. Just worry about the pitcher, the batter. This is what we want to focus at.
Michael takes strike 2, and the count is 0-2 now.
I guarantee you that's what he told him. Let's be patient. Stop worrying about the players. Let's worry about the batter, pitch by pitch. He likes to calm things down. Usually pitchers think too much and start to just concentrate on the batter.
Now here comes the 2-strike pitch and a foul ball. So Michael gets a piece of it, and he's batting here with 2 strikes.
In the bullpen making noise.
Here's the 2-strike pitch. Michael on the ground, foul just down the third base line, but to the left of it in foul territory. And now, so Michael with a good plate appearance here, trying to
Stay alive.
extend George Washington's lead and extend the inning.
Yes, he is.
Pitch. Juan swings and misses for the first strike. Yeah, what were you saying?
The coach was waving the players to outfielders go out more, anticipating that maybe the young man was going to hit out.
See what he could do here. Pitch is off the plate. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Juan looks to deliver in a big situation here with the bases loaded. It skips in. Here comes Austin. Throw to the plate is not in time. Excuse me. The catcher tried to tag on Austin, who came in to score on the wild pitch. And George Washington now leads 3-0.
This is called aggressive playing. We have to capitalize on the error, and they sure did. And that boy was so quick. You've seen how he just stretched his whole body there.
And both runners advanced to second and third now. So second and third with 2 out. And the pitch is off the plate. And the count is 3-1. Now here comes the 3-1 pitch. And one swings, hits it into the gap in right center field. It will bounce over the gate. And a ground rule double for Juan. He drives in 2 more for George Washington. And they take a 5-0 lead in the first inning. It's five.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think the ball went to the gate or he got stuck.
So what I believe is that it hit the track and bounced over the gate for a ground rule double.
What a massive hit.
What a start for George Washington after one of the toughest losses this year. They were perfect coming into yesterday. They suffered their first loss of the season yesterday. And what an outstanding start for the team. They lead 5-0.
And let me tell you, I'm so happy for Juan. I guarantee you that just like gave him the...
That was his first hit in the last 2 games for Juan.
In a crucial moment, he came in. Clutch.
Pitch as
Yes.
the catcher tries to dare. Mr. Tavares tries to dare Juan to go to third. And now here comes the manager for the second time as George Washington has a 5-0 lead in the first inning. I mean, what a start for this team. They lead 5-0, 2 doubles in the game. I mean, what momentum has changed from yesterday?
He wants to control this game, and at this point, he's not going to let the pitcher hang in a little longer. He might be looking of switching the.
So right now, Brian is the number 9 hitter. He is the 9th batter to come to the plate in the inning.
We're repeating yesterday, and the pitcher was changed. Number 9 for Luperon is coming in.
So the starter, Justin Martinez, getting the call today and only able to record the first 2 outs as he gets pulled here with only getting the first 2 outs of the game and giving up 5 runs, including 2 doubles.
Hey, James.
And 2 walks.
They pulled him out with 41 throws.
Yeah, 41 pitches. And he gave up 2 doubles, 2 walks, a hit batter, and a strikeout, and with 5 runs.
It's time to take him out. Good call. This is a very crucial game for both teams. James, I have to really tell you that as a pitcher, I don't know, but to be pulled out of the game and not able to finish the first inning, that hurts.
Yeah.
The morale, I mean, your spirit a little bit.
But you got to see how Luperon's offense is going to, George Washington, they already have run number 6 standing at second base, and we're not even done with the first inning yet. So, I mean, let's see what the reliever can do, if he could get some big outs for the team, and let's see what the offense can do when they come up in the bottom of the frame.
Definitely, but one of the things to share with you, in the last previous games of the Trojans.
As the fans here in Luperon clap up.
And they hold on to it. So, like I said before, we have to strike hard, get some man on bases, and put the pressure on Luperon. But we have to have a nice giant lead. And right now, 5-0, it's a good lead for the first inning. Washington 2016 championship player. His name's a Henry. Fucking kid was crazy, massive bat. Young, very spirited. I think he's a teacher now.
Wow. Hey, everybody's here today. It's a very, very intriguing matchup. Got to support the teams. And the first pitch. And Brian swings and fouls it back. And the count is 0-1. So Brian, as we stated, is the 9th batter to come to the plate. As we have some college scouts here this afternoon.
CCNY head coach. Look at a couple of kids and he's watching. Here comes the third pitch, James.
And the pitch. Brian swings and misses for the strike. So here comes the 2-strike pitch from the Luperon's reliever. Trying to stop the bleeding. Here's the pitch. And Brian swings and fouls it back. And out of play. George Washington looking for more. They have a 5-run frame here in the top of the first. The pitch. Brian swings and fouls it back. Oi! Nice catch for one of the fans out here. Nice barehand catch. Brian is a lefty batter, so, lefty batter, so a lot of foul balls will definitely come this way. Oh.
The Trojans do not want to end this inning. They want to get as much as they can, squeeze out of Luperon's pitchers. Six pitches already in.
Brian trying to stay alive here, fouling a lot of balls to the crowd and making a lot of Sports Center top 10 plays. The pitch is in the dirt. Yo, Sports Center, hit us up. We got some top 10 plays for you guys.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Here it goes. Number 8, the 8th throw coming.
Here comes the 8th pitch of the at-bat here. And Brian takes strike 3.
Got him!
He's questioning that call, but that will end the inning. What a start for George Washington. They lead 5-0. 2 doubles, a couple walks, but they lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the frame. It's 5-0 home team. We'll be back more from
you're
Washington
right about
Heights.
that. I got to tell you, beside Franklin, I think he's also struggling. James, now we back. Number 14 from Luperon on the lineup.
So on the mound is Leo, as the first pitch is a strike and the count is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Leo, and a swing and a pop-up. Ramon is under it, and he makes the catch for the first out. So 2 pitches in, and Leo gets the first out.
You see how Leo just gets into it? He doesn't rest. Gets in. Look at him.
So batting second will be the second baseman, Jose Campos, to the plate. And the first pitch is looked at for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1, and it's high and away. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Leo comes in here with a 5-run lead. You know, what does he has to do to kind of, you know, lure down this offense?
Trying to get that 1-2-3 knockout real quick.
1-2-3 knockout.
End it real quick. He already got 5 throws in already.
Pitch. And Leo deals a strike, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Luperon's second baseman. He takes strike 3. A good start for Leo as he makes John pop to first and gets Jose looking for strike 3. And now stepping to the plate.
Big question to ask you. This one is, that's what I thought you say. Mr. A-Rod's number from the Yankees.
As Christian pops it up. Nicholas heading towards the foul pole and runs out of play, and it's a long foul ball.
Leo gotta be very careful to throwing to this young man. He's big, and he waits for that fastball.
And the pitch. And Christian
there
swings
goes that masterpiece.
And launches to left, and it'll be caught by the left fielder, Austin, to end the inning. So 1-2-3, just like Gallagher said, 1-2-3 inning goes down Luperon. We head to the top of the second. It's still a 5-0 George Washington lead.
Just to let you know, James, we talked about it yesterday. Trojans outside, their defense game is great. Those guys don't let nothing go by.
Yeah,
so
you mentioned this a lot yesterday, you know, with the defense, and they really don't let nothing past them, really.
They don't. They're on that ball.
If they bobble it, they bobble it, but they do not let it go past.
Totally right.
All right, guys, we'll be back more for the top of the second.
A la gente que está mirando el juego, gracias por viendo el juego. Y la gente que está escribiendo, se ve. Gracias.
So now stepping to the plate is Franklin Rodriguez as the Trojans with a 5-run first inning, and they look for more here in the top of the second. Franklin was the only guy to strike out. Excuse me, yeah, Franklin and Brian were the only guys to strike out in that inning. So let's see if Franklin can get on base here and start another rally for George Washington as they look to build up this lead and put a lot of momentum on that Luperon offense.
Yes, he does.
Here
I
comes
need
the
I need
first
him to hit.
pitch. And Franklin swings and misses. And the count is 0-1. And the Luperon fans here clapping. And the 0-1 is looked at off the plate, and the count is one ball, one strike.
Well, if you're Franklin in this situation, I feel like you just have to be patient. I feel like in the first inning, it was just a little bit aggressive. I feel like
I guess so. I might agree with you. But he needs
Franklin
something
is
happen.
on the ground. Dribbler to the third baseman. He makes the play for the out. Franklin hustled really good down the line, but just beaten by the step, and there's your first out.
I got to tell you, that was a good cover for first base. You see how he extended his body out? Reached for that ball. He just like, his whole body was extended.
Yeah, exactly. So now stepping to the dish will be Winchamil Garcia. And the first pitch is high and away for ball one. Winchamil grounding out to third in his first plate appearance. He looks to get on base here. Here comes the 1-0. And Winchamil looks at it for strike one. So here comes the 1-1, and Winchamil, and he's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, and Winchamil takes it high and away. And the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Trojans' DH. Pitch. Winchamil swings and misses, and he struck him out.
Got 2 K in this game. The pitcher got 2 Ks already in this inning.
So now stepping to the dish will be Gregory Mello, who had that double right down that right field line that I feel like the wind kind of helped him on that one.
Yes, it did.
The wind is definitely blowing out. As
Another line
Gregory
drive. Exactly how I like it.
up
Right
the
off the
middle,
shortstop.
and he is 2 for 2 this afternoon, a double and a single.
He
I
is
really
hot.
like the approach from Gregory, kind of just staying into the baseball and just ripping it up the middle.
I don't, man, it seems like the ball is loving his bat.
Of course.
Here goes Big Baby, James. Big Baby.
So now stepping to the dish is Ramon Jimenez, who walked in his first at-bat. First pitch is a tailing fastball below the knees, and it's 1-0. Ramon is one of the pitch. Is a tailing fastball off the plate, and it's 2-0.
And everybody's cheering for Big Baby. The crowd's for him.
Here's the 2-0.
There he
Ramon
goes.
pops it
Pop
up into
fly.
right,
Let's see what happens.
and the play will be made to end the inning. So George Washington leaves a runner on first base. Gregory Mello is 2 for 2 in this one. We head to the bottom of the second. It's still a 5-0 Trojans lead.
I got to tell you, James, the pitcher didn't do that bad. 12 throws, not bad to hold off.
12 throws.
Yes,
But Gregory Mello, man, 2 for 2.
absolutely outstanding. He is hot.
He is
I
hot
love
right
it.
now.
Like I said before, the ball loves his bat.
Definitely. We'll be back from Washington Heights. So here we go to the bottom of the second inning with a 5-0 Trojans lead.
All right, James, here goes Leo.
And
First
the
throw.
pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-0.
Those
At
who are
the plate.
listening, this is the bottom of the second.
Yep. At the plate is Ronald Alamanzar, the right fielder.
I lost
He
that ball in the
skies
air.
one way out to right field, but foul.
Can you imagine he caught that ball in the right angle? Oh, my God.
Pitch, and Leo skips it in there. The count is 2 balls and a strike. To Luperon's right fielder. Pitch is a breaking ball. Got him for the strike, as he got him freezing on that pitch. You know, I like Leo's breaking ball. It fools everybody. 2-2 is high and away. And the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
How many changeups he has, James? Leo,
I believe he has 2. I believe he has fastball, changeup, and a slider.
Okay,
Yeah. And occasionally he throws the breaking ball.
okay.
The curve, yeah. Here's the full count, and it's high and away, and a leadoff walk to begin the inning for Luperon. So now stepping to the dish will be number 2, Renade Ferreira, the shortstop. Reminds me of Jeter, shortstop number 2. And the count is 1-0 to the shortstop. Hey, doesn't this play remind you of Jeter a bit? Number 2,
Yes.
shortstop.
Number 2.
Legend. Here comes the 1-0 pitch now, and a swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup.
Did you
and
see
the
that
count
ball
is
go over the
even,
plate?
1 ball, 1 strike.
He just stared at it. By the time he swung, the ball was ready to plate.
1-1 is in the dirt, And it's 2 balls and a strike to Luperon shortstop. Here comes the 2-1 pitch now to number 2, and Leo throws back to first. Makes the runner go back. Pitch is a tailing fastball away, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Did you see how he moved? He didn't want to get hit with that ball. Is that what you were talking about, the breaking
It was
ball?
probably going to hit him because it definitely was off the plate, heading towards the batter. 3-1. It's in the dirt, and another walk. So back-to-back walks, as Leo says, my bad. Luperon gets their first 2 men on via the walk.
Having a little side
Now it's first
conversation
and second
between him
with
and the third
nobody
base.
out.
Michael's
For
telling the
Abraham
players
Tavares,
a
the
call
catcher.
sign what they're looking to do. Let's see if that call sign that was called gets executed, James.
Let's see. Pitch is a ball, or excuse me, a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Leo, and a shot down the left field line, but foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Leo. And a swing and a ground ball. Double play. No throw to first as they get the force at second. And now will go down as a fielder's choice for Mr. Tavares. Yeah.
Now we have number 4 up in the mount for Luperon. There goes Leo.
And the pitch.
And it
Strike.
goes to second.
Throw to
Go. Oh my
second is
God.
not in time. And a stolen base for Luperon.
So Michael threw the ball to second. Shortstop cuts it off. Do you think that second base had a chance?
No, I think he was gonna steal it. He had a really good jump. He got off that bag really good. Now here is the 2-strike pitch now. And a swing and a pop-up. Playable. Ramon is calling for it, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 out.
So Leo at this time got 15 throws, just to let you know, in the second inning.
And a swing and a ground ball, bobbled by Mello. A run will come to the plate, and he's out. So I believe George Washington, the Trojans, get out of the inning. I believe Luperon is provided with the run because the run scored before the out. So it's a 5-1 game. The umpires are calling him safe at the plate. So it's a 5-1 game. As we head to the top of the third, it's a 5-1 George Washington lead. We'll be back from Washington Heights. No.
Leo had 16 throws on that inning total, 28 so far he has.
So 28 throws through 2 innings. I feel, yeah, that's about an average. He's pitching about maybe 10 to 11 pitches per inning, which is pretty good. Maybe a little bit more than that, but.
Here go the Trojans.
And the first pitch to Austin is high and away for ball 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, so you're on. We at the top of the third inning. We're on the third inning.
And the pitch. And Austin swings and misses. First strike. Austin had a good plate appearance in his first at bat. He drew a walk, which allowed a big inning for George Washington. And the pitch. Austin takes high and away, and the count is even, or excuse me, and he's headed the count 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1, and Austin swings and fouls it back. Here comes the 2-strike pitch now and a strikeout. So Austin is caught looking, and he is the first out of the inning.
That was not a good inning for him. He went out on that one. .27 on the mount for the Trojans.
As Nicholas takes strike 1. And the pitch. Nicholas on the ground to the second baseman. His throw to first is in time to get him. And Nicholas is retired on the ground out.
I got to tell you, did you see the footstep, the pounding he gave, taking off?
Pitch is high and away. The count 1-0.
That pitch was very, very high. He needs to bring it down. If not, He cannot fall behind.
Now here comes the 1-0 pitch now, and Michael swings and fouls it back and out of play.
No one is here is protected by the balls. Here he goes. Oh, he asked for time. The right side of the field, you have to be careful. He pulls to the right when he hits.
Exactly. Michael takes a pitch high and away, and he's ahead of the count now, 2-1. Two one is swung on and fouled back, and out of play. So Michael with 2 rockets, just getting underneath the ball and fouling it back towards the school.
He is very patient. Remember, the last time they walked him, he got to walk the last time.
You gotta walk, yep. Pitch is in the dirt for a ball. So now we have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So actually, Michael was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat.
Okay.
His first at-bat, yep. So here we go, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch is down and away in a 1-out walk. Michael, his second time on base. And now stepping to the plate will be Juan, who had that big hit to drive in 2 runs.
Here he goes.
And the pitch, before the pitch, a look over to first. So George Washington has a pitch runner at first base. And the pitch is on the ground.
Oh my God, look at a nice drive.
The runner will stop at second. What a day for Juan, a 2-run double and a single. And he's 2 for 2. Another guy who's hitting the ball well.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So George Washington has first and second for Brian, who struck out in his first at-bat.
1 out.
Brian on the ground. Will it get through? They'll take the force. The runner's going to come home and score.
It won't score.
Or no, the run doesn't count. It will end the inning. So George Washington will leave 2 runners on. George Washington leaves 2 runners on. We head to the bottom of the frame. It's 5-1. We'll be back. The 9, 1, and 2 hitters for Luperon, the third. It's a 5-1 game. George Washington trying to look for some revenge from yesterday.
First ball to the ground. Leo, first pitch went to the ground.
Pitch from Leo and a strike.
1-1.
Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, Leo's the type of guy to work fast, but I feel like today he's working kind of slow today.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
And the pitch from Leo is in the dirt for ball 2. Alain Rodriguez, as he takes another ball in the dirt. For
Inning.
Leo ready. Here comes the 3-1 pitch now. And a swing and a line drive foul.
You don't know, my heart was
Luperon's
beating
center
right there.
fielder.
James, my heart was beating right there. It's like all this need is that hit to make things, get the momentum going. That's what they be in at Luperon.
I mean, I really like Leo as a starter. You know, I feel like this is his second game as a starter as Mr. Rodriguez fouls it off. You know, Leo as a starter is really good for this team because he could get out in clutch situations. You know,
Yes.
you know, I like him as a starter. You know, in the beginning of the season they used him as a closer. You know, earlier, you know, in the middle of the season they kind of started to use him as a pitcher, and then I guess against Luperon they just decided to use him as a starter. As it's on the ground and over the glove of the third baseman Mello. That is the first hit of the game for Luperon, and it comes for the number 9 hitter.
I'm happy you brought up about him.
What
That's
is your
going to be his
first hit
first
for
error
Luperon?
in 2 games. Because yesterday he was on fire. You see how there was a straight hit he caught off his hip, and the dive he gave. On this one he just got caught.
Single. No, it was a single. It was a single to left field. Yeah. So now we go back to the top of the lineup. And stepping in is John Jimenez. The runner is going to second, and he will be safe. So Luperon with a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
He almost had the ball, slipped out his hands.
Yeah.
He had the tag, but the ball dropped out of his glove. Luperon is playing aggressive. They're trying to make things happen.
Leo's looking at second. Now he pitches. And he takes a strike, as John did not like that call.
Oh, they're having a discussion. I think he got tossed out.
And now the umpires are having a discussion.
I think the umpire told Peña stay in his place, stay on that side.
pitch is a breaking ball. Missed it. Just missed it with the pitch.
He got 11 throws so far, James, and I'm starting to think what's going on, what he's doing. Remember, he was very confident, throw the ball. Now he's just taking his time.
And the pitch is swung on and fouled away. And that ball is probably on Audubon Avenue right now.
It's gone. Leo just needs to just concentrate again at the batter. Forget about the second base. That's it. Just concentrate on this batter, strike him out, and just begin with one out at a time.
And the pitch. Leo on the ground. And out of play.
Boy. And he gets one.
And lines it into left field, a base hit. Or is it a foul ball? It's a run-scoring single for John Jimenez. And Luperon gets a run closer. It's 5-2.
And let me tell you, no out, man on first. This is the way you want to start. Start the motivation. Look at the whole Luperon bench is up. They pumped. They are pumped.
So George Washington still leads this game 5-2. And the pitch is taken for a strike. So Leo still has not recorded an out in this inning.
15 throws into this inning, 15.
The Trojans are kind of set up for a double play. And the pitch is swung on.
Another line drive hit.
Left field. It will be hauled in by Austin. And the runner will go back, and there's the first out of the third.
And they needed this. They really needed this. I tell you about the defensive play of the outfielders. Very rare those guys let anything go by. He was on it right from the beginning. Right on it.
So now stepping to the dish will be Christian Baroya, the third baseman. And the pitch takes the breaking ball in the dirt for ball one.
Dangerous
now here's
batter.
The pitch. And a
catch him. It went forward.
Foul tip. And it's out of play.
Okay. My apologies. I thought since he tipped it, the ball went forward. I thought it was still in play, James. I thought it was in play. But it's a foul.
So here comes the 1-1. Before that, I'll look over to first.
Leo throws to first to keep that, to make sure that that runner don't try to get away. He's watching him. He's checking him.
And the pitch.
He steals
the runner
the second.
is going.
And another hit.
And a ground
right
ball
by
base hit
shortstop.
through the shortstop. The runner will go to third. And the throw to Mello. He looks to second, and he got him.
He catches him at second.
What a play from Gregory Mello. The runner decided to go to second base. And Mello on the last second threw to second base, and he tagged him out.
That wasn't smart baseball. James, that was not smart baseball, and I know.
I feel like he should have stayed with the single. Because he would have had the tying run come to the plate.
He gambled with the Trojans' arms, and these boys can throw. 2 outs in this game so far. 2 outs.
And the pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. And the pitch is swung on and hit on the ground and foul. And the count is 0-2 now.
At this point, Leo's going to try to finish this game inning right now. He's going to go for it, get this guy out, and that's it. Finish the ending.
Luperon has run number 3 standing at third. 2-2. 0-2 is fouled away. And we'll do it again.
This is going to be it, James. I believe he's going to retire him right here. Leo is just looking to put this one away. He's not trying to give him anything.
Terrific first inning by George Washington, as Ronaldo takes a pitch off the plate for a ball. Luperon is trying to inning of their starter Justin Martinez, only recording the first 2 outs of the inning, with George Washington able to go on and score 5 runs. Here comes the 2-strike pitch from Leo. Breaking ball, little too high. And the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I'll be honest with you. I still have confidence in Leo, but he cannot afford this young man to
strike away from getting out of the jam. The pitch is on the ground and once again rocketed foul.
And this young man is trying to hold on. He's really trying to hold on. And he's a big guy.
The bench for Luperon is standing up and shaking the fence right now, as they're trying to hype up the team as Leo steps off the mound. Here comes the 2-strike pitch now from Leonardo. He walks him. So now Luperon has first and third with 2 outs. And the tying run is coming to the plate.
Have you noticed nobody's warming up from the Trojans? They're going to stick with him. James, notice they're going to stick with him. There's
Nobody's warming up for George Washington right now.
So, James, just before the inning starts, Leo had 28 throws. He had 28 with 2 innings. So, again, Leo got 28 pit throws in this inning alone. He had 28 with first and second. It's a lot of throws for this inning he has. Most definitely. Everybody, welcome back. Here it goes. Top of the fourth inning. Trojan on top. I'm telling you, this young man needs to hit. James, he needs to hit.
So here comes the 2-1 pitch now. And Franklin swings and misses. And the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like Gallagher said, see if Franklin can get on base here and put his barrel to the ball. Pitch is on the ground and foul, just to the left of third. And we will do the 2-2 pitch again.
Here it goes.
Here comes the 2-2, and Franklin swings and misses.
This is not good. You know he
For
got.
the second time, he goes down on strikes.
Yep.
So now stepping to the plate will be Winchemil Garcia. Today he's 0 for 2 with a ground out to third and a strikeout. So he looks to
He needs to hit.
get himself hot. The pitch is a strike and a late call from the umpire.
And you know the scout is here looking for him. CCNY is in them. They're looking for second base.
Pitch is right down the middle, and Winchemil is down in the count 0-2.
He's ready.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch now,
Wild
and a
pitch.
spike in the dirt. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here
He
comes
gets
the
ready.
1-2 pitch.
Gotta hit.
Winchemil on the ground to the shortstop,
Oh, he
and
drops
he
an error.
bobbles it.
He makes it a first.
That will probably go down as an error.
Yes,
So
it is, James.
Winchemil is on base for the first time this afternoon.
You know, if you notice that play there, fundamental, we taught, catch the ball with the glove. Fancy, try to catch it with the hand.
That's an error.
Absolutely.
That's definitely an error. So now stepping to the plate will be Gregory Mello, who is 2 for 2 today and hot. And he swings, and he launches to center field, and he'll be caught right on the warning track. He just got under it. He just got under it.
That was very good defensive play for Luperon. That young man concentrated,
two
stood
out.
there, and he hanged on.
Now stepping to the dish will be Ramon Jimenez.
Big baby. You know that young man for the center field just stole two runs
And the
already.
pitch. Winchemil is running. The throw to second.
Go! He takes
Goes
third.
into
Goes
center
to
field.
third.
And he's heading to third. And he is. Winchemil tried to advance to third, and he gets tagged out to end the inning.
Sorry about that, folks.
So George Washington goes down in this inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It remains a 5-2 game. We'll be back.
Listen, before we go out. That young man took 3 already from them.
Yeah.
That center field is hot with that arm.
You know what's funny? I thought Gregory was going to get that.
That young man has an arm.
Está bien.
Dile.
So we welcome you back to the broadcast. Little technical difficulties to start it off. Leonardo he's ahead of the count right now, 0-2. As he looks for his second strikeout of the afternoon. The pitch, breaking ball, no, just off the plate.
And if you
For a
notice,
ball.
the Trojans are still believing in Leo. They're going to stay with him. Nobody's warming up.
Leo is back on for a fourth inning of work. As he takes a pitch high and away. Mr. Tavares for ball 2. And the 2-2 is fouled away. And we will do the pitch again. Now here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball struck him out. Strikeout number 2. For Leo. Now stepping to the dish will be O'Neal Polanco, the left fielder. As the first pitch is high and away. And a little taunt from O'Neal. There's a lot of chatter going on out there.
Oh, yes, they definitely are chatting.
I feel like they've been chatting since day one, to be honest.
Yes.
Here's the 2-0.
Got him.
And it's, a strike. And the Luperon fans are shocked for the strike called. Pitch. It's ball 4.
Got him.
Oh,
He
it's
was
a strike.
He got him.
They got him looking. O'Neal
wait a
thought
minute.
it was ball 4.
Full count.
And
3-2.
now we have a full count. And both benches are getting hyped. The 3-2 struck him out. And Leo is pumped. And he's yelling at O'Neal. O'Neal did not like that call. And Leo picks strikeout number 3. What an at-bat.
He rolled up his sleeves. James, he rolled up his sleeves. He's pumped. Look at him. He's trying to find. He thinks he might be in the zone.
Here comes the pitch and a pop-up that comes
Here it goes.
foul
Coming,
back
coming.
and out of
down
play
the hole.
for strike one. Foul ball that just started coming to the stands and very high into the Washington Heights afternoon air. Here comes the 0-1. Is looked at and off the plate, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss from Angel Miranda, and he's down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And just missed that one as Michael tried to place it.
James, this might be 2-2.
Correct. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Leo, and it's high and away. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count. We got a full count now.
The fans trying to get loud for Luperon. The 3-2 is strike 3.
Him out.
And
He
Angel
retired him.
didn't like the call. Back-to-back strikeouts for Leo. What an inning. The bench is stunned from Luperon.
And they're having a discussion.
What an inning. What a game. What a series. We'll be back from Washington Heights.
A primero, a él lo están usando a maybe 5 o 7 juegos into the season. Pero que puede tirar, lo están usando para tirar a pensar los rotations. James, we're coming back into the game. Big baby. Ramon on the mound. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, the score is 5-2. Starting of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th inning.
So stepping to the plate will be Ramon Jimenez. As he looks to get on base and do some damage. The first pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0, and Ramon swings and misses on what looked like a little fastball changeup action. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1, it's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. What can you tell the YouTube fans about Ramon?
Listen, they have to come to the game. They're so excited. Those who cannot make it, if you just come to one of the games, it's very exciting, and they appreciate the support because Let me tell you, when they get into it, the crowd makes a big difference.
It does. They really do. You know, with these two games with Luperon, I feel like this is the most crowd we
And a
have.
hit.
As
Oh my
Ramon hits
God.
a base hit to left field and a leadoff single for George Washington.
No.
As Ramon gets a base hit. So stepping to the dish is Austin, and he takes the first pitch up for ball one. The pitch up for a ball. If you remember, Austin got the game scoring with a 2-run double.
Yes, it's very well.
And the pitch. Austin on the ground, a little tapper. That might be an infield single, and it is. So Austin reaches on the infield single, and George Washington has put their first 2 runners aboard
No outs. James,
for
no outs.
Nicholas.
You hear me, James? And no outs. Nicolau. James on the mound, Nicolau.
So now stepping to the plate will be Nicholas Cabrera. If you're just joining this broadcast, George Washington with a 5-2 lead as Nicholas fouls it away. The Trojans with a 5-2 lead. All their runs have came scoring in the first inning. If you didn't join the broadcast yesterday, it was a rough game yesterday, an 11-9 loss. But right now, George Washington has a 5-2 lead today, and look for some redemption from yesterday. Nicholas had an inside the park grand slam yesterday, so he was a big RBI offense as he takes the pitch for a strike.
He sits patient.
Nicholas swings and misses on the fastball.
Struck out.
And he is strikeout victim number 1. Now stepping to the dish will be the catcher, Michael. He got hit by a pitch and a walk for him. And the first pitch to Michael is ball outside, 1-0.
If you noticed, Peña spoke to the catcher. I don't know what he told him, but I think he wanted some changes to be done.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and Michael gets away from that pitch. It didn't hit him. Way off the plate, and the count is 2-0. So here comes the 2-0 pitch to Michael, and he swings and fouls it back, and out of play. Michael digs in, waits, the pitch is on the ground and under the first baseman's glove into the right field corner. 1 run will score, that's Ramon. Digging for second is Michael, he will make it with a possible RBI double. Or will it be an RBI single error? So Michael delivers in the clutch. And George Washington has a 6-2 lead.
This game has gotten very serious, James. Man on third and
So
second.
now, stepping to the dishes, Juan, who is today 2 for 2 with a 2-run double and a single to his line. Let's see what Juan could do with second and third and 1 out.
Yes.
I think it's pitch is high and away. And now it looks like they gave Juan an intentional pass to first.
And why is
So
that?
the bases are loaded for Brian.
Why is that it gave him that?
Probably, what intentional pass? An intentional pass, probably. Yeah. So they gave Juan an intentional pass. So the bases are loaded. Brian, yeah. I think what happened was they gave him an intentional walk, so they just gave him first. And the pitch to Brian is called a strike, and it's 0-1. Pitch. Brian takes strike 2 on the inside part. And the count is 0-2.
He counted that. He counted it.
So Brian down in the count 0-2. He has the bases loaded with 1 out. The pitch. Brian hits a fly ball to right. That'll get in a run. Or, yes, here comes the runners. All the runners will tag. And Austin is safe at the plate. And a sacrifice fly makes it 7-2.
James, are we still with 1 out? 2 outs in the game? Okay. Folks, those who are listening, there's 2 outs in the
So
game.
all runners will
Score is
tag.
6-2.
Or excuse me, all the runners did tag. So George Washington has second and third with 2 outs for Franklin, who today is 0 for 3. But today right now he has second and third. The pitch is high and away, and the count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 to Franklin, and he takes a pitch high, and it's 2-0. And now the manager's going to have a word with his pitcher. Well, George Washington, they continue to have their foot on the gas. They get another run, but right now you have Franklin on the plate. You know, today he's 0 for 3, but he's got second and third with 2 out. You know, what's his approach? He's ahead of the count 2-0.
I would like to tell you that I think he feels confident like every time he goes on the plate. But statistically, looking at it, he's struggling on the plate. I mean, point out in the last 2
today,
games.
right now, he's 2 strikeouts and a ground out to third today. But he has second and third with 2 outs, and he's ahead of the count 2-0.
Well,
right
you
now.
know, I just hope that he plays aggressive and smart baseball.
So right now
Make
he's
this
showing
happen.
bunt, and it's 3-0.
Right now he's leading. He has a good shot to hold on to him and get a nice base hit.
So with 2 outs, second and third for the Trojans leadoff man, and he is showing bunt, the pitch, and ball 4. So 4 straight pitches off the plate will load the bases for Winchamil Garcia.
7-2.
So the bases are loaded for Winchamil Garcia. The pitch, and he takes high and away for ball 1. 5 straight pitches off the plate for Mr. Olivares, who came in to relieve in that first inning and has been on the mound since. The starter, Justin Martinez, couldn't even get out of the first inning. And the pitch. Wichita takes it low.
James, just to let you know, the pitcher for Luperon, he's up to 64 counts at this point after
Yeah,
he
he's
took over
been
the second
pitching
inning.
since the first inning. Since Justin couldn't get out of that frame, he's been pitching ever since.
64 throws.
Wichita is showing bunt, the pitch. And it's a tailing fastball for a strike.
James, I think it's a 3-1 or 2-1 count. What is it? I think it's 3-2.
3-2, yeah. So the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Winchamil walks. That will force home a run. And it's 8-2 as Winchamil takes the free pass to first base and an RBI. RBI. So now stepping to the plate will be Gregory Mello, who today is 2 for 3 and almost had a home run. Remember that last at bat when he hit that deep
Yes.
drive to center?
Yes. That just morale the whole crowd here real big.
Well, today he's got a double and a single, and he's got the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Let's see what he can do here. He's been consistent. Let's see if he can stay with the game and bring the
He
boys
can
in.
blow this thing wide open with one
Oh,
swing.
Man, I don't know what to tell you. That's going to have this whole place shook. Uh-oh. Change of pitcher here.
So it
James,
looks
change
like
of
we have
pitcher.
a new pitcher, and it looks like number 18, Sandel Nunez, will be on the mound, the 3rd pitcher of the afternoon. We'll try to work out of this jam as George Washington has the bases loaded with 2 out. So right now, George Washington, as we said, has the bases loaded with 2 out. For a guy who has a multi-hit game this afternoon in Gregory Mello. So as the home plate umpire jogs back to the home plate behind the catcher, Gregory Mello digs in with the bases loaded and 2 out. They are playing Gregory very deep in the outfield as they have the shift on for him. As he takes ball 1. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a line drive foul. Or it looks like a balk was called. A runner will come home to score.
I missed that.
It looks like the infield umpire called a balk. And George Washington tacks on another run. They lead 9-2.
I missed that. I really did. What happened there?
So it looked like even before the pitch, the infield umpire put his hands up right after the pitcher, he threw the ball.
And he didn't read the sign?
He didn't read the sign, yeah. So George Washington gets a run on a balk, and Gregory shoots one through the left side, a base hit. What an afternoon for Gregory Mello, a 2-run single.
That boy's on fire.
That's his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
He's on fire.
And it's 11-2.
He's on fire. And let me tell you, I said it before. The ball is loving that bat. Here comes Big Baby, James. Big Baby on the plate, on the mount.
And now stepping to the plate is Ramon Jimenez, Big Baby. What an outburst for George Washington. After yesterday's loss, they have come out and the bats have awoken today. The pitch. Ramon hits one to deep left field. Backhand off the left fielder's glove.
Oh my God!
Play.
Here it goes, another one.
Austin will come in to score. Ramon is digging for 3rd. And he's going to make it with an RBI triple. George Washington leads 12-2. The 2nd hit of the afternoon for Ramon. And he's given George Washington a 10-run lead.
That's Big Baby.
And now digging to the plate is Austin. By the way, excuse me, Gregory was the one who scored. I apologize about that. Gregory was the one who came in to score on the RBI triple by Ramon. Gregory Mello was the one who came in to score. Austin is at the plate right now as he takes a pitch for a strike.
Does Luperon pay attention to this game? Remember yesterday when Big Baby hit? They didn't know that Big Boy's going to hit. I don't know. The same thing should have done wrong. Walk him. You going to pitch, Sam? Come on.
And the pitch. Austin swings and misses for a strike, for the 2nd strike of the at-bat.
You do intentional walk to one player. You want to intentional walk him.
And the pitch. Austin takes a pitch off the plate for a ball. Oh, my baby. And the pitch. Austin, a little dribbler to the Luperon's bench and off their gate for a foul ball.
Just to let you know, James, so it seems Leo's warming up again. He might be coming back on.
He might be going for a 5th. He's probably going to go for a 5th innings of work. And the pitch. Austin with a ground ball to the shortstop, and he will make the play to retire the side. What an inning for George Washington. What a game for Gregory Mello. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. George Washington with a 10-run lead. They look to close out. We'll be back from Washington Heights.
You're right about that. If that does happen, this game is going to be put away. It's very, very excited how we look at this game and approach. Yes, for me. You know, I tell you before about Gregory. He's on fire. That boy is definitely on fire in this game.
Yeah, I mean, what a game for him. A 3-for-4 afternoon. He's been smoking the ball well, this afternoon.
Thank you, Coach.
He's been smoking the ball well this afternoon. With that 2-run single to bust this thing even wider. I really want to know what happened between yesterday and today. Between the two.
It was a wake-up call. They got too comfortable, I believe, and I believe Cobone had a little conversation in the locker room. I thought, like any skipper does, have a conversation, let them know what's going on, and those guys went home and thought about it. And this morning when they came in, they told me it won't happen again. We coming to play today, and it's showing it. It's really, really showing it. They came in nice and quiet. They didn't say a word like they usually do. They were just looking forward to this afternoon.
Even going into, the later part of the season, and looking to the playoffs, these two teams are definitely going to meet again for sure. What is George Washington going to have to do to even get closer to the championship game?
I'll be honest with you, stay consistent. They have to stay consistent, and the skipper believes in them. And he lets them know every day. And when he feels good about the practice, let them know. When they're not doing well, he lets them know. But the boys, in the end, got to be aggressive and feel confident. And right now, they're getting that.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the bottom of the 5th inning. George Washington needs 3 outs to secure the victory. As Leo deals a fastball for a strike. And the pitch from Leo is a ground ball foul. And it's a 2-strike count. To the reserve player, Robinson Polino, who gets an at-bat today. As the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. And a pop-up. Ramon is under it. He's been great all day, and he makes the catch for the first out.
It's behind.
So with 1 out, secured by Leo. Stepping up to the dish will be number 12, Pedro Payano, as he gets to bat with the bases empty and 1 out. And here comes the pitch from Leo, and a swing and a foul ball behind home plate and into the trash. Pitch from Leo skips in the dirt. For a ball.
Come on, James, quick.
All right, Leo, your starter for the George Washington Trojans, man. Listen, you guys suffered a real bad loss yesterday. You know, it was a rough one. You come into today. What was said in that dugout? What was said in that clubhouse?
Just go out there, get the W. I just came with a mindset today that yesterday was a fluke. We had to show that yesterday wasn't how we play every day. So today we came and we did the job.
You know, I saw you was doing a little taunting over there. Can you tell us what was going on over there?
No, they started talking, so I had to come back, show them that I'm the better one.
Of course, you know, I mean, you got out some big jams. You know, they loaded the bases on you. What momentum did you take to get out of those jams?
No momentum, just do my job. This is what I do every day.
Exactly. All right, Leo, thank you. You're starting pitching for the Trojans.
Thank you, James.
Yes, sir.
Señoras y señores, aquí tenemos a Ramón Jiménez, uno de los jugadores más calientes y más productivos del equipo de Washington. ¿Cómo te sentiste el día de hoy al darle esos batazos a este equipo tan fuerte como la Luperon?
Me sentí muy bien, gracias a Dios, porque pude ayudar a mi equipo a ganar este juego.
De esa derrota de ayer, ¿cuáles fueron los ánimos para hoy? El pensamiento, ¿cómo estaba?
Bueno, estábamos calmados porque sabíamos que perdimos por base, por bola y errores. Y dijimos, mañana vamos a ganar después muchas carreras, vamos a batear, a jugar duro.
Ok, ¿qué tú le dices a tu fanaticada de los retos de juego que faltan?
Que vengan a apoyarnos para que nos den más energía.
Ya ustedes saben, Ramón Jiménez, suerte.
¡Hey!
All right, Gregory Mello, you're third baseman on the team, man. Man, where do I start? Yesterday was a rough game for you, for the team. You went 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk. Today you come in, you go 3 for 4. What was the change?
So I had 2 pop-ups, and then my third at bat, I got on 2 on top of the ball. Today I came in early. Once I came out of school, got in the cage and worked on my swing, trying to hit line drives up the middle, and the results came out good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this was a big win for you guys, you know, after that tough loss yesterday. You know, what was said in that clubhouse, you know, coming into today's game?
I mean, Coach just said to do our jobs. Like, don't try to be a superhero, because everybody's gonna play their role, and that's gonna give us a W.
Yeah, this is a big series win. A big win for you guys. This is a tough team. I know you guys are definitely going to see this team in the future. I mean, what adjustments do you guys have to make? Going ahead, especially into the playoffs.
We got to start hitting more as a team, and that's it. That's all I think. And our pitchers are gonna do their job. So, and our defense is pretty good. So, yeah.
Exactly. All right, Gregory. Thanks a lot, man.
I bet.
Yes. All right. All right, Coach, what a game for you guys today. It was a tough game yesterday. You guys suffer your first loss of the year. But you come into today with this different mentality. You guys scored 12 runs today. What was the change in the at-bats today?
Well, this team, they take adversity and they turn it into opportunities. They learn from their mistakes. They take challenges well on, and we just came ready to play today. We came ready to play yesterday too, but they performed well, both sides. And, you're not going to win all of them, but they made the right adjustments today. And like I said, this team right here, they take adversity and they turn it into opportunity, and you saw what we could do today against a good team. That's a good team over there on the other side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you guys are rolling into the playoffs in the next, few weeks. What adjustments, I talked to Gregory about it, what adjustments do you have to make rolling into the postseason?
Well, this team, I give them one thing. They love to practice, so they don't take anything for granted. So we'll get back at practice as soon as we can. After tomorrow's another big game, but we'll work on the pitching staff, throwing more strikes.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the pitching staff kind of was all over the place, but that's expected to happen, but they picked it up right back today. And I would just say the pitching staff has to do a little better job at throwing strikes. But other than that, I feel like this team has the tools to take it to special places,
Yeah, exactly. Last thing, your starter, Leo, man, like I said, yesterday's loss was a tough one yesterday. I mean, Leo goes on the mound. I mean, what'd you like about his performance today?
Leo is our bulldog, man. He goes up there and he gives it all, every pitch. He doesn't take anything for granted, and he's another one that he loves adversity, and he takes it right on, and that's what he's been doing for us all year, for the last couple years. He goes in there, he throws strikes, the defense backs him up, and we back him up at the plate.
Exactly. All right, Coach, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks a lot so
yes,
much, big guy.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Cabone, what a game for you guys today, coming back after a tough loss yesterday. What was the change in the at-bats from the team today?
I don't know if the at-bats has so much changed. We came out with a short-term memory, and I think that's a sign of a good team, right, to come back and bounce back. I thought the at-bats yesterday were good. We scored 9 runs. I think the difference today was throwing strikes. So hats off to Leo. Before the game, I asked him to be a bulldog, and he gave me a little smirk. He said, "I got you, coach," and went out there and got it done today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the offense, it came alive today. Gregory Mello, what a game for him today, going 3 for 4 with that big 2-run single after going for 3 yesterday. What do you like about his change going from yesterday into today?
Gregory's never too high and he's never too low. He always stays within himself. So even though yesterday he went 0 for 3, which is probably the first time in his life, again, it's yesterday. Today's a new day. He comes out, goes 3 for 4 with 3 big hits, hit the ball very hard, and that's what Gregory does. So I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a lot of plate appearances, today. I noticed within the last couple of days, a lot of walks were given up. I mean, what adjustments do you guys have to do to kind of change the walks?
Defensively?
Yeah, like for your pitchers.
For pitchers?
Yeah.
Listen, the pitching staff has been outstanding all year. Yesterday, we didn't have it. That happens. And today, we made the adjustment, and we threw strikes and made the plays. And that's what we got to do moving forward. That's what we've done all year, so it's no surprise to me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, your Coach Carbone, thank you for the time.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, thank you for joining today's stream. The George Washington Trojans showed it off today, you know, coming back after a very, very, very tough loss yesterday. They come back and beat Luperon by the score of 12-2. I mean, the offense was clicking today. The defense was on it. The pitching was on it today. And, you know, this team just wants to keep rolling on, you know. Like their coaches said, you can't win every game, you know. That's just life, you know. You just got to move on. You got to learn from it, and you just got to move on, you know. This team is going to keep building. They're going to keep learning. Like I said from the beginning, like they said from the beginning of the year, their one goal is to go to Yankee Stadium, and they've shown it all year. So, you know, we can't wait to keep watching this team. We can't wait to vlog it for YouTube. From James, everybody here working the cameras, man, we thank you guys for joining. Let's get the views up, all right? Thanks for joining. Peace out. From James.
That's Dick, man. Yes, sir. That's the mic.